So apparently the non-union at UPS one, because I am no longer on UPS's like contract of mine, because when they give you something, it's always good, and they don't take it away, and they don't torture you unless you're like being naughty, but they don't do it. That jacks up your like medical bills, because they do have to pay for your medical bills, part of it at least. So and it's like, so that's how they run you on the outside, and it sucks because like it's only part time, and like sometimes you only work like 5 to 10 hours, so like it's like really really part time, and most people have like other jobs and stuff, so they're like completely unaware. But that's just how UPS is. But the so I'm no longer on like the union aspect of it, and my rash, um it has gotten better. Like it's almost gone. But like I have crazy sensations of itching, like not like me wanting to scratch, but my skin. And I saw on one of my social media pages of suction cups, because I posted something about my dog, me leaving my dog outside, and he froze to death, but he still lived afterwards. But he aged really quickly afterwards, and his like teeth started rotting and stuff. So that's how I knew that he died. you know and his fur was all messed up and stuff like that. And so it was an accident. It was sincerely an accident, but I did. And people can blame it on my AI chip, and somebody else did it and stuff like that, and that's why I fell asleep, and so, like, there's many reasons, but I'm gonna take the blame for it, because it was my dog, and I should have said alarms, or I don't know. There's just, people have regrets in their life. That's just what it is. And so, um, I have this, like, my skin is, like, extremely itchy, and so I saw on social media posts of, like, these suction cups, and they were trying to cover up with the backwards of, like, the magnets, not magnets, but maggots coming out of like people's skin and stuff like that. And that's just like a backwards lawsuit. Like if you sue somebody and you lose them, and you lose, and they can like torture you because you can't sue them anymore, you go backwards. So that's why I made a video about suing is not always good. And so they've been trying to flip it, and they're like, it's the same thing with suction cups. And I'm just like, ooh, I can use my hand, and like I pulled some stuff out, and I'm just like, ooh, that feels really good. And I'm just like, I remember how things are. It's like, it's just gonna get worse now. And I'm just like, nope, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And so I decided to go and take a bath, and like while I was like, the bath was filling up, I pulled another one thing out, and I'm just like, yeah, and I threw it on the ground, and it like ran back. It was a spider. And I'm just like, fantastic. And I was like really attached to me. And I'm just like, it's like you living on my skin or inside my skin is not gonna save me. It's like save you, little spider. And um, so I'm just like, whatever. And so I took a bath and stuff like that. And like, I applied for the Fargo schools like a year ago. And this was when I was still living in Moorhead. And it's been going on for a year, and I just recently started opening up about it. And there's a reason why I waited as long as I did. Sometimes it's just good to not talk about certain things, and that's my issue. Is like, now it's getting like way out of like hand. Like they're like wanting me to just volunteer as like, I hate the word of it, union rep on the outside without pay, and them constantly harassing me is like, and I think I think they team back up with their Jiki now, and like it's getting out of hand. They know, they're completely aware of what they're doing. And then doing it. And like, I was like sitting in the bathtub and they're like, oh, you better, now we have to hire her, you know? And I've heard that a few times from them. They don't ever call. They don't ever send me a message. They never email me anything. They don't respond back to my messages. They don't mail me anything in the mail. So obviously, they don't want to hire me. Because if they did, they would reach out. So, and they have said that a few times. And all they do is just stalk me and harass me and make a scene through like yellow energy. That's all they do. And then they tease you like, oh, we want you or we don't want you. It's like, oh, we can do this without you. And I'm just like, why did you even show up in the first place? Like, all you're doing is, oh, look at me, kind of thing like that. And it's been going on for so long. And I've been quiet about it. And so I don't like, hurrah, Fargo, schools. You guys know how to use the yellow energy. Woo!